Can you see how smoky it is out here? And the second we opened the door this morning, we smelled smoke. I don't know where the fire is, but there's a fire close enough to us, which is really, really bad because we have had 46 or 47 days with no rainfall. And on to point two. I got out here early this morning to crank up my AC because this 10,000 BTU AC it does not cool like the last 10,000 BTU I had in the wall up there that quit working, that there was no way to fix, and they rigged it that way where you couldn't fix it. So part of the reason is back here the trees used to be a lot closer to the back of this building, and the sun, this is the east, the sun rises and goes this way. That tree is down, so it used to provide a little bit of shade here. Another tree back here is down. So now this tin can I'm in is in sun. As long as the sun is up, comes up over the trailer here. The second that sun hits this roof, and then all day long, you know, it just bakes this little metal can. So this air conditioner is not doing a very good job. Yesterday I was in here with the air conditioner and the fan blowing, still sweating, and he was panting. He was not a happy camper, but yesterday was 109, a record. So I got out here early, turned it on early, and today I think I'm gonna grind the bevels on this BC Special, and maybe grind the bevels on these. If I get the bevels ground, all of them, and then I do a big cleanup over there, because it you know, really, the grinding puts grit everywhere. And I think that's going to be my day. I was going to go get glasses today. Today is Friday, but when we woke up, Charlie remembered that she had to take Bev's dog to the vet for shots. So I'm going to shoot for Monday. She needs glasses and I need glasses. I'm admitting that to myself, that excuse me, that it's time. I can't, you know, I'm using cheaters, these Walmart cheaters, but now my regular vision for seeing far off is, it looks like my camera's out of focus, and I know it's not. Anyway, that's what I'm doing today. So let me get some bevels knocked out and show you what I got. And I think I'm going to use this. This is the last piece. Okay, the sharp finger, the thick sharp finger that I made, I got 2 pieces about that thick out of that block of wood that Oleg sent me, of the 7. Oh, and these are all Turkish walnut, by the way. And I'm putting Turkish walnut on this BC Special, and this is going to be a polished blade. I just like polishing blades, so they're nobody's spoken for it, so I'm going to make it a polished blade. Okay, and I can quarter this and get 2 handles out of this, which for these 3-finger neck knives, it'll just make it if I'm really careful. And I use a thin blade to cut these. Okay, let me get started. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but I should have the handles for this today, and I'll get them on for the day is out too. And tomorrow I'll have that shaped up and ready to go. And Sunday I'm going to put edges on the 3 knives that are sold. This is one of them. So I went ahead and cut these, and they're just big enough to make a handle out of. Well, that's nice, because that's some pretty wood. Okay, now I'm going to get this shaped and cleaned and turned into a BC Special, and then I'll start grinding bevels. All right, 5 little 3-finger knives. Now, onto some harder bevels. These are all pretty easy. And I don't take them, this comes off of the belt at 120, and I take them up to 320, that's it. So my next grit will be sanding the whole thing with 320, and they'll be ready to heat treat. And all right, I'm gonna take a mini break. Probably gonna drink me a Coke, pet my security dog. See, his eyes are open, ever watchful. Why do you always have big, huge eye boogers? I pull them out, I wipe them off, and minutes later you got big old goopy eye boogers hanging off your eyeballs, huh? What's up with that? Oh boy, the heat. You know, sometimes you fall prey to the news constantly telling you how hot it is, and it's really no hotter than it was last year, but they're beating the drum of climate change. That's a fact. And I think we all know what's coming back, because of course it'll come back, because there is an election coming soon, and they want as many fearful people as possible to stay home and mail in their votes. And we all know what happens to mail-in votes. Okay. And I started off thinking about them trees I got to get cut up and get out of there. And we got in, you know, our insurance dropped us. Not just us, but hundreds of thousands of people in our area. So everybody's been scrambling to find new homeowners insurance, and we did. And we had to take a much lower no liability, or very limited, and no outside buildings and interior contents, you know, next to nothing, just to get our structure insured if it should disappear in a tornado or a fire. So we got somebody that's supposed to come take pictures, and they're not going to let us know when, and I guess that's so you can't clean up your yard. And there's just no way I can have that cleaned up before they get here. That's two gigantic trees on the ground right there. And it's too hot. I can't work in this kind of heat. I'll have a heart attack. And, you know, my wife's out watering, but she'll be inside here for too long. Just, you know, 107, 108, 109. That is killer heat. Okay, why do I keep talking? I started off with eye boogers, and then I remembered them trees are just bothering me to get cut up, but it's too hot. And then, anyway, Brad, get back to grinding. That's what you do out here. Shut up, grind. All right, I have had a productive morning, and it's going to continue. So I've got another order for shark finger, and this is, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of the thicker steel. This is my last little piece that I'm going to do that with. And I'm going to make a 4-finger neck knife and a dinner skinner out of the thicker steel as well. And that's this steel here. Just because I never have. And I'm going to put this in probably a leather sheath, because it's going to be a little too heavy to hang around your neck. And I don't want to get charged for chiropractor bills. So I'm going to get these on the bandsaw and get them cut out. And I'm going to probably have to try my new Harbor Freight blades. We'll see how they work. That is the most I've ever ground in a day. I have put a long day in, and I can't go home yet because I got these handles in, and we are fixing to glue and pin and epoxy. And tomorrow I'll be shaping that handle. So before I go home today, this will have the handles epoxied on. So that's my next job, as I'm stopping everything, and I'm going to drink a little water. Oh, take a little break. Good Lord, I'm exhausted. That was a lot of work. This is sold, and tentatively maybe 2 more are of these neck knives, but This is the thick 3/16 dinner skinner here, not sold yet. This is the 4-finger neck knife out of the 3/16, not sold yet. This is the BC Special that I'm putting some Turkish walnut on, not sold yet. This sharp finger is going to be mirror polished, and it's getting that. Curly Carillion birch. All right, let me take a little mini break here, drink some water, and then get started on that. Well, yeah, the stuff I thought Oleg had sent me, this here, I bought. This is the stuff Oleg sent me. This is Turkish walnut. And I forget what these are, but that's got to be Carillion. Boy, is that some pretty wood there. And look at this. I don't know if you can tell, but this is pink. Got a little bit of orange in it, and this is the polished side, so this is what it'll end up looking like. So if there's any ladies out there that want a pink-handled knife, let me know. And this Turkish walnut, I am probably gonna be able to get, let's see here. That is I don't know. If I was careful, I might be able to get 4 dinner skinners out of that. Yeah, I think so. Or 2 dinner skinners, and then 2. We'll see. I'll waste not, want not. I'm always pretty good at getting as much as I possibly can out of wood, and same with steel. Okay, I am gonna get this epoxy together, and then I'm gonna go home and take a shower. I am covered in all this grit and sand and sanding stuff, and just covered. Okay, there we go. That was a big day, and it's only like 2 o'clock. It's not like I've been out here, 12 hours. But standing up is very painful, and I stood up probably 3 or 4 hours today between the bandsaw. Oh, the Harbor Freight blades, absolute junk. I got 2 or 3 cuts out of them, and I'm not talking about knives. I'm talking about, I might have been able to cut here and then it didn't want to go through on the end, so I had to put a new blade on and do the rest of it. I mean, normally out of a blade like a Milwaukee or Lennox, I would get 4 or 5 knives out of it before I had to, before I knew it was time to change a blade. And this, I couldn't even get a whole blade out of these Harbor Freight porta bandsaw blades, 44 7/8. So, I would not recommend. Absolute junk. This is what they look like. Hercules. Yeah, definite dump. Waste of money. So, it looks like it's a Milwaukee or Lennox. I did order 3 off the internet. I got the wrong ones. I sent them back. I got the right ones late last night. I didn't bring them down here this morning, or else I'd have probably tried one out. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up these Hazard Front. That's kind of funny. People have names for Harbor Freight. Some call it Hazard Front or Horror Freight. But, sometimes you can get good stuff at Harbor Freight that if you're just an occasional user, and it'd be just fine. But not the blades. The blades are junk. Okay. Oh, golly. Have a good Saturday, y'all. I'm done. Or is it? What the hell is today? I don't even know what today is. Gotta be Friday. Anyway, I'm going to say have a good Saturday, and if I'm wrong, well, whatever day it is, have a good one. Okay, so what do you think about my sharpened knives? Your sharpened knives?
I was able to cut through a thigh and a chicken leg with one cut.
And that was sharpened on my Magic, my new sharpener.
Oh, that one you bought.
The Foley bevel saw sharpen all. Yep.
Well, it was probably the sharpest knife I've ever used, and I really appreciate it.
I'm almost ready. I've almost got my courage up to sharpen the knives that I make on it now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and this Cato is sold, the dinner skinner is sold, and the sharp finger is sold. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it because it makes a beautiful polished edge. And the knives, well, two of the knives are polished and it will really blend in. Okay, see ya.